What's up, guys? Welcome back to Seller Addiction. It's your boy Dave. Today we're going to cover 5 things I hate about selling on Facebook and OfferUp. I had to share this with you, so here we go. And once again, sorry about the office. It's always a mess. But it's like I told you before, it always changes. It always gets different. I got my Deadpool's over there. I had to stick the 3D printer over here. Got a nice another new collection of Funko Pops building up there. My wife just got me that. Actually, my wife just got me 2 nice things. She just bought me that watch yesterday and brought it up here to the warehouse. It's a Sean John and the robot. She knows I'm a big fan of electronics and robots. Let's get to the 5 things and why I wanted to discuss this. The main reason why I wanted to discuss this was actually I was helping someone out and I was kind of mentoring them along the process and certain things that we did. This person's a little more antsy. They kind of want to be at the level of where we're at. It just doesn't happen overnight, people. I mean, whoever says this stuff could happen overnight, or you get these YouTubers who want to sign you up for a class. And you know what? There's so many people I admire and I follow, and I'm all into it, and I was taking their advice, especially in the beginning. And the next thing you know, it leads to, oh, sign up for this class. All right, unsubscribe, next person. Oh, yeah, do this. I did this, I did that. Sign up for this class. That's come on now. Or you see these ads that pop up on YouTube. Let me break something down for you. Nobody's gonna pay to put an ad on YouTube to help you. All right? If they're paying to put an ad out, they're trying to buy your time. So over time, you're gonna pay them more money. I mean, it's common sense. All right. So anyway, this person, sorry, emails always come through when I record. Person's a little bit antsy and they want to kind of try to rush the process to get to where we're at. So I told them how we did it. Do this. Basically what I told you guys in the beginning. I don't want stuff to become too much repetitiveness. And that's why I don't record as much, because it's like I don't want to say the same thing over and over again. That's something else I don't like. You watch somebody and they say exactly what they said at the first video, second video, third video, fourth video, fifth video. And you know, we got so many other channels, so if you want to see other personalities that we present, then you're more than welcome to subscribe to the other channels, but it's not going to be related, of course, to this. They kind of all tie in to a certain extent, but I don't want the repetitiveness. And as you see, as the other posts, ever since we changed the bidding structure, this place has been booming. I mean, non-stop. It's like I haven't had time to pick up a camera. This project had been going on since last week. I just haven't had time, so I'm trying to finalize and finish this up. I'm actually going to put that on my DIY channel, Matt DIY, so check that one out if you're interested on how I built the YouTube counter. All right, back to the 5 things. So the person was basically saying, well, I tried your advice. I listed some stuff in Facebook groups. You can go to Facebook, you can search groups for your local area. For instance, if I was in the 510 area code, I could just put in 510 buy, sell, trade, or 510 local garage sales, and groups will pop up. You can join those groups and you can post your items that you have for sale. Usually I'll join a group that's closed. Let me explain the difference here. Damn it, how many emails did I get? I swear I have thousands of emails a day, because so many businesses, so many accounts, and as soon as that stopped, you heard my iPad over there is just, well, anyway. I lost train of thought. Oh, usually the groups that I join, they're closed groups. The reason why I join closed groups is because I don't have a lot of friends on Facebook. I used to have the accounts where thousands of friends, and I woke up one day, I looked at it, like, I don't have time for this. I'm not going to be posting what I'm driving, what I'm doing on Facebook to all these people that went to my school that I never talked to, or it was pointless. So actually I got rid of my Facebook account and started over. Some people still follow me, so I got like maybe 11 friends. But I still join closed groups. I don't use Facebook for personal reasons. I use it for business. But since I have to have a personal account to access those business pages, if you join a public group, anything you say, comment, or whatever, anyone that's your friend can actually see it. So if you join a closed group, I don't know. I mean, you might want to be trying to sell some panties or something. You know, ladies, if you're trying to sell panties, you might need a buck or two. You want to sell some used panties and you put it on a group. You have no idea if it's public, then your 300 friends see that you're trying to sell some used panties. That's just an example. But this is the reason why I join closed groups, because I may be trying to buy something or selling something pertaining to the business, and they'll thinking it's something, you know, you get my point. So that's what a closed group does. There's private groups where you can't even see them. They're not even out there. You actually have to get a request to join. I don't really deal with the private groups. That's usually something on some, I don't know. I don't want to label it, but closed groups is what I stick to. So anyway, the person joined the group and they said, well, the stuff isn't moving. So I told them you have to bump it. And they said, well, even after they're bumping it and then this would happen. And I was like, you know what? I feel your pain. And I still do have items that we have active on Facebook and OfferUp. I got a sale coming in today for OfferUp. I had a few yesterday for Facebook, but I'm not active with it anymore. These are luckily people who know how to go through the archive information to access what they're looking for. And the top 5 reasons are mainly why I don't use it as much as I did before in the past. There's big money there. Don't want to be contradicting myself. There's big money there. Really big money there. But when you factor into the equation, I mean, there's levels to this, and the level that we're on as of now, I have to factor my time and my time to keep those items active to bring in whatever return on investment wasn't even close to if I shifted my time to a different direction. So with that, the top 5 things I hate about selling on Facebook and OfferUp. Time consuming, that's what I just said. It takes a lot of time. So if you put your item on Amazon, come on, you guys know how quick it is to put an item on Amazon. I don't even have a phone with me. So let's pretend this is my phone, this is my Wi-Fi, so I can have internet anywhere. Here's my phone, here's my item, I scan a barcode, list the status, done. You can't beat that. This is how you can list thousands of items a day on Amazon. As long as you got a barcode, you scan it, you're done. eBay takes a little bit longer because I told you before, watch what not to do on eBay. I'll put that link down in the description as well because it'll get your account banned. Don't use those stock photos. But eBay takes a little bit longer. You have to take the item. We have a staging area. Take the photo, list the description, select the status, your shipping, all that good stuff. Submit. After you do that, your item's active and live. So we would always have to go back. So we have a database that we keep track of everything where it shows where the item was listed, just in case if it's sold on Facebook. I know to remove it from eBay, and I know to remove it from Amazon because you don't want to sell something and later it sells on eBay, it sells on Amazon. You got to tell those people, hey, I don't have it anymore. It affects your seller rating. This is all time consuming to put it into that database and then to go capture the information from eBay, then to copy it into Facebook. The good thing about the Facebook groups is you can list to one group and share it out to all the groups that you're in. Okay, sorry about that. Let's get back to it. The time-consuming portion is you have to capture all that information that's on eBay and then jot it into Facebook. And as I was saying, you could actually list to one group, but then check that option to list it to several other groups that you may have joined. Therefore, you don't have to put it in each individual group. Very time consuming to capture all that information, to put the data in there, price it and everything else, and then put your photos. And then of course, after you list it, you got to now capture that information and go to your smartphone, iPad, and put all that information in OfferUp, list it, pop it in there. So the first reason is time consuming. It adds up. It adds up. It really does. Number 2. Lowballers. I hate lowballers. I really hate lowballers, and it's amazing. The area that we live in, you wouldn't think it'd be so many, but yes, there's so many lowballers. For instance, the Britex car seats. I was telling you guys about that. We get excellent, wonderful sales on those guys. Anywhere from a range from $200 to $300 per car seat that we're selling, and I try to reduce the cost and place it on OfferUp, Facebook at a discounted rate. Why? Because I have to pay eBay fees, I have to pay shipping fees. So about the time you take all that out, I'm down $100. So if I'm selling a car seat that I paid $15 for, if I'm selling it for $300, about time I go through all the fees and the shipping, I'm already out $100. So we're looking at a $200 profit versus the $300. So, I could take this car seat that retails for $350. Let me put it in a group for $200. I'm also showing them the retail price. This is how much it costs at Walmart. This is how much it costs at Kohl's, Toys R Us. I'm selling it for $200. It's going to cost you $350 plus tax. So you're going to walk out the store high 60 something dollars, and with me, you're just going to pay $200. You still get the people that say $50. What are you smoking? I mean, come on, $50? So at first, I used to get these little smart remarks thinking it's just a couple trolls or whatever. No, I'm sorry, unless 98% of the people here are trolls, it was ridiculous. $60, $25. So what I learned is a lot of people are selling out of desperation, and people know this. They lurch towards that. They can see it. I mean, I see so many good sales and buys that I need to do that on the blog for Facebook and OfferUp. There's so much stuff you can buy on there and resell and make 4 or 5 times the amount you pay for it, because a lot of people are selling out of desperation. So one of the things that I kind of did was, in a listing, I'm not in a rush to sell it. So, you know, to try to prevent a lot of those lowballers from coming through. $50 for a car seat. Number 3, this kind of falls on the line of time consuming as well, but it's called bumps. It's daily bumps. So in order to keep your information active, let's say you list something at 6 o'clock. 6 o'clock, and you put it out there, 6 o'clock p.m. Oh, also something I learned, if you're listing in these groups, do it in the evening, because the early morning everybody's at work. So, I mean, you might have somebody that doesn't really care about their job, they're just searching the internet. Those people are going to be low ballers anyway, you know, because of the mindset. So list it after 6 when people get off of work, after, you know, they make dinner for their family and things like that, start winding down. Those are going to be your good shoppers, in my opinion. But anyway, you list something at 6 o'clock p.m. and you put it out there on Facebook, you put it out there on OfferUp. So the people who are there from 6 to, let's say, till they go to bed, to 12, 1 o'clock in the morning, they'll see it. But then, you know, you got all these other people constantly putting items on top of yours, more items on top of yours, and yours goes all the way down the list. It's kind of becoming, you know, hidden within that archive. You want to get it to display again. So how do you do it? You go back to your listing, you find it, and you put a B on there, or you type bump, or you put a dot or whatever. And these are little hidden whatever to actually boost your listing. So if you listed your listing at 6 o'clock yesterday, the next day at 6 o'clock you find your listing and put a B in the description, it bumps it back up as if you listed it today at 6 o'clock, and everyone gets to see it. So you have to do this on a daily basis. If not, it gets lost within a pile of stuff people are just posting and putting out there. So you have to do these daily bumps. And one of the things is, they have it so you can post to multiple groups. You can't bump through multiple groups. So if you have one post that's in 10 different groups, you got to open each 10 different groups on Facebook to bump each one to put it back up to the top. If not, you just wasted your time putting there. The daily bumps is time consuming, and that's one of the other things I really didn't like. OfferUp, you don't have to really worry about it. If someone's searching for it, it's good. But usually, here's the thing I noticed too on OfferUp, you'll see something like, I'll search for something that I wanted this one Funko Pop, and I seen a guy listed it a year ago. I'm like, oh crap. So he's probably not going to have it. So I reach out to him, hey, you still have this? He's like, I don't know where the thing is, because it's over a year. So people look at the time frame something's been listed on OfferUp and make the determination whether you have it. But you can pay to bump it. I think it's like $1.50. I'm not paying to bump something on OfferUp. That's the daily bumps is number 3. Number 4. And also, I'm going to try to fly through this. Once again, I'm down to 0 batteries. I got the GoPro 3, but that's almost full because I was giving a demonstration on how I'm making the YouTube display, and through the API, giving a step-by-step tutorial for, in layman's term, for anybody that's not technological advanced or understand that type of stuff. I'm going to break it down simple. But number 4, people's 2 cents. Well, unlike with eBay or Amazon, you don't have to really worry about that. Yeah, of course you get feedback, or someone will leave a review and they can be a smart ass if they wanted to. But on Facebook, you tend to have more people's 2 cents. So if I'm selling a car seat and I'm selling for $200, you get the, oh, these also bump your comments or bump your listing up. Every time somebody leaves a comment, it bumps it for you. So if you got something that's popular, if it's constantly getting comments, it's constantly staying at the top, and everybody's going to see it. More people are going to see it. But then you'll get this one comment that comes in, why are you selling it? What the hell do you mean why I'm selling it? I'm selling it to make money. I get that all the time. It's just, it's a pet peeve. I hate that. Why are you selling this? I don't even know how to respond to that the right way. Not just that, but then you get, well, this isn't a deal. I can get it from here at this cost. We'll go to there at this cost. And then someone else has to tag on. Or you can get it from here, and they start putting links in. It's like people have time to troll and try to devalue your listing because you got it at such a great cost, versus just join the groups for what you need it for, to buy an item, you know? So that's my number 4. So the trolling and the extra 2 cents, I don't have time for that. I really don't. Kind of takes you off course, you know? I try to keep it positive, you know? So when you're selling an item, you know you're giving it a discount, and then you got to deal with, you know, just whatever. So that's my number 4. And sorry, I'm kind of flying through this because I'm looking at the thing and I don't want it to go dee dee dee, and it's no battery. Lastly, Flakes. Now, I never really understood what flake was. I see people say, yeah, this person flaked on me, flaked on me. I mean, somebody who doesn't show. So you set your time aside for someone that's supposed to stop by at 4:30 on Wednesday, whatever date, and they don't show. So you set your time aside. Not only that, you're kind of waiting, send them a response. You're waiting. It throws your time out. So you get so many flakes when you're selling on Facebook or OfferUp. With the flakes, you can't really do anything. Well, we can, and I'm gonna tell you how. But it's the biggest thing, and this is why people kind of bump the prices up. This is why I think a lot of people are rude, because people are wasting other people's time. Now, you tell somebody, hey, I can meet you here on my lunch break. A lot of people don't sell out of a business like us. They'll sell from their home, but they're not comfortable with someone coming to their home. So they'll meet them like at a Target parking lot or something like that. They'll say, hey, on my lunch break, I'll meet you out there. And a lot of people spend their entire lunch waiting on some idiot to never show up. Now they got to go back to work hungry, miserable, still got the product that they were trying to sell, and they just wasted a lot of time. So my number 5 would be flakes. So how do we prevent the majority of this? Start your own Facebook group. Now, we started our own. I probably shouldn't say this part, but we found the largest group that was here at the area at that time. I found out who the administrators were. You can click and see who the administrators were. I was like, look, I want this group. We have a business. Maybe we can barter. What do you want here? What do you want there? You know, or cash exchange, whatever. I don't want to lose a group, so I'm just leave it at that. So I got the biggest group. So with that, I channeled other groups that we actually did start. And on Facebook, you can actually, if you go to a group, you'll actually see suggested groups. So within our large group, we got all of our suggested groups that we started. So now the other ones are bumped up. I think one we have now at 20,000 below the big group. The big group is pretty much at 80,000 members. 20,000, 10,000, 9,000, and then I think 2,000 for one that we had just started. And then we got one specifically for the store as well that we just started. That's how you take control over this. So I gave you my top 5 things that I hate about it, but you can gain almost complete control over that if you own the group. Now, if everybody became group owners, there wouldn't be a point of joining. It's just my advice that I'm giving to you guys. So I set aside some time, someone doesn't show up. I'm at a business anyway, I'm still working. I just put their product over there. It doesn't hurt me as much as if I was meeting someone on my lunch break or taking time on my day to go meet somebody somewhere. I just set the product right there on the desk. If they don't show up, put it right back on the shelf that it came off of. But since I own a group, I find their name, bam, they're done. They can't even see the group anymore. But I take it a step further. I go to my other 6 groups, find, see if they're members, bam, they're done. They're not joining anymore. And I also have this thing with my groups. If someone just created a Facebook account and they're trying to join a group, because you can see anybody who's trying to join, where they're at, how long they had their Facebook account, if they're in other groups, how many friends they have within a group. So if someone has like over a part of 1,000 groups, I just block them, because usually it's going to be a bunch of spam. If someone just created their Facebook account a few days ago, actually I have a 3-month policy. If their account wasn't established over 3 months, I know things can happen, it can get hacked or whatever, but it's, that's just what we do. So if it's not at least 3 months old, I don't allow them into the group. They just get blocked completely, because usually it's somebody coming back that you blocked anyway to try to waste somebody else's time. There you have it, guys. I gave you my top 5 things. So I just want you guys to learn from things that I'm doing. You may come across the same thing. I'm not saying it's a bad thing to sell on Facebook or OfferUp. I'm just covering some of the things that you will experience. Overall, you can make a lot of money off of it. Like I told you, I got someone that's coming in today from OfferUp. I had several sales from Facebook yesterday. I'm not bumping it on a daily basis. If I bumped it, I would have even more sales. But the new methods and things that we're incorporating into the business seem to be taking things to a different level. Well, that's very important. You know, when you get into something, even though money's coming in, even though it's becoming consistent and it's building, don't switch it up. You never know. I mean, definition of insanity is doing the same thing every day, expecting a different result. Same thing with business. Just because, you know, we're making, I don't want to say the amount, but if we're making a lot of money doing this, what if we did this? You know, you never know until you try it. So right now we're at that method where we're trying something different. And several videos ago, even Michelle said, you know, we were looking at a storefront. So I mean, just keep dreaming, keep building different ideas, things like that. And that's how you grow your business. I mean, I never imagined from that little change jar that it would turn into this. And let me talk about that really quick too. A lot of people say, well, you got this business, you got that. None of our other businesses fund each other. Each business funds itself. If we took for a private label, and I'll put it, well, I don't want to complicate the matter, Let's say So Sick With It. I told you how So Sick With It started. We found the t-shirt press, dumpster diving. Found a t-shirt press. I didn't even know what it was at the time. We tried a few things. We made our first little shirts. Things started falling off. We're like, well, did research, put a little money into it. Now the business funds itself. Michelle just got a $3,000 printer that she needed to do the dark color shirts. We could have easily dipped into this business, or we could have easily dipped into the website company that we own. We could have easily dipped into like the blogging or any of those monies, or could have just dipped into my personal pocket and say, here you go. But that's not how we do it. We take the money that's rotating within that business, take the money from that business once it's at a comfortable level, reinvest it into that business. So same thing with this one. It's the same thing. It's consistent. So the money that flows through is the money that the business established itself. And to keep that cycle changing and to make it, well, I don't want to get tangled into it, but in order to make it different, to make it bigger and more valuable and more exciting, you got to do different things. I'm not going to keep continuing to sell just on OfferUp or Facebook. I'm not going to stop doing it. I still go to yard sales to get stuff to sell. That's not going to put the money in my pocket that we're making now from the business, of course. I do it because it was fun. I started it in the beginning because it was fun. I dumpster dive because it's fun. You never know what you might get, but I'm not going to get rich off of it. It's common sense. You already know that. So you got to incorporate different things, whether it's the dumpster diving, whether it's the thrifting, whether it's antique shopping. You got to constantly keep doing different things. Don't get locked into one thing and then decide to stay on that particular path. I think this is why a lot of people are set back in life. They get to a certain situation, they get that word security, and they stay comfortable with that. No, I'm willing to risk everything in order to get everything. So you got to be willing to take that chance. So we try something completely different. I showed you guys in the last vlog. Something we never would have thought to do, and we're like, let's just try, let's see. Now there were some hits here and there, but overall it was fantastic, and we would have never known to do it unless we decided just, hey, let's go for it. Hey, look, music to my ear. But anyway, thank you guys so much for tuning in. It's a pleasure. I appreciate all of my subscribers there. Like I said, consider this our one-on-one session. I got a lot more coming your way. Sorry for the delays. It has been really busy. There's other projects that we're doing. We started another company where we're selling toys. I'm going to get into that one. It's completely separate from this. And we signed up with a really big manufacturer. Honestly, it kind of blew my mind. You never know. Sky's the limit. Sky's the limit on whatever you want to do. You never know until you ask. That's how I see it. I remember when we first said, well, let's do this. And I said, you think we can go direct? And looked at my wife. She looked at me like, oh, I don't know. You know, that's kind of, you never know. Let's just do it. Let's just do it. Sent out the paperwork, sent out a nice little email. They did some investigating. They did some real investigating. They found out about other companies that we have. And they said, you know what? We're going to give you guys a shot. So we're like, holy crap. So we're signing that deal. We're trying to finalize on that. Just do things in life. Reach for the stars. Just go for it. Life is too short. Life is too short. Make it happen. And I do appreciate you guys. Like I said, I'm not going to be here to sell you anything. I'm not going to sell you no class or anything. I'm going to tell you what I know. I'm going to tell you from experience. And we'll take it from there. I guess I need to get caught up on emails, messages. And my wife told me to do something. Damn it. I need to figure that out. Thank you guys for tuning in. Seller Addiction. It's your boy Dave. I'm out. Peace.